Well, the usher has seated Kenny Castro, and here we are, Strat-o-matic, Delaware, ladies and gentlemen. And you are welcome. Thank you for the tip, sir. Please enjoy the game. I really hope you like your seats. I hope you find them agreeable. And we are bringing you Game 2 of the Dead Ball League Championship. This game is between the 1911 Philadelphia Athletics, who are 12-8 during the regular season, and the 1909 Pittsburgh Pirates of the same record. Pirates have home field advantage. They beat the Philadelphia Athletics 3 out of 4 times for a head-to-head tiebreaker. Before we go much further, for those who may have missed the first game, let's go ahead and recap yesterday's action. Started off in the bottom of the first, where Bobby Byrne, third baseman, leadoff batter, walked. He was bunted to second by Tommy Leach. 2 batters later, with 2 outs, Honus Wagner drove him home with a single. Then we go to the bottom of the fourth. Bill Abstein slaps a center to single to left, makes second on an error by Briss Lord. He is sacrificed to third by George Gibson, a catcher, and Babe Adams, the pitcher. Squeeze play brings him home. And then with 2 outs in the same inning, Bobby Byrne with a double, and then a 2-base error by Rube Oldring brings Byrne home 3-1. Top of the 6th inning, we have a 2-out walk by Eddie Collins. Steals second, is driven in by Danny Murphy with a base-clearing triple. Bottom of the 6th inning, Bill Abstein leads off with a single to right, and another miscue by Lord allows him to get the second, bunted over to third by Gibson again, and an RBI single by the starting pitcher, Babe Adams. Top of the 8th is where it falls apart. And I had alluded in that game to whether or not the Pirates would be able to outpitch the Athletics hitting, and that's where it happened. 1-out single by Gettysburg Eddie Plank, starting pitcher, in the top of the 8th of Game 1. And then Eddie Collins with a walk. Danny Murphy loads the bases. Stuffy McInnis, first baseman, drives in 2. Frank home run candlestick maker Baker is intentionally passed, and Rube Oldring clears the bases with a triple. 6-1. That score stands to the top of the 9th, where Ira Thomas, catcher, with a leadoff double. He's bunted to third by Eddie Plank, and after a second out, a pop-up by Eddie Collins, Danny Murphy, right fielder, singles him home. Your final score of Game 1 was 7-4 Philadelphia, and here we go, Game 2. Let us go ahead and greet everyone in the chat. Ken Castro, of course, first to his seat. Jerry Ball, glad you could make it. Al, Red Sox fan, glad you could make it, good sir. We're going to have a wonderful Game 2 here this evening. Let's go with the Pirates in the field first. First baseman, Bill Abstein. On second base is going to be Dots Miller. Bobby Byrne mans the hot corner, and Honus Wagner is playing short. Left fielder is manager of the team, Fred Clark. Tommy Leach in center. Owen, Cheif Wilson in right. Behind the plate is going to be George Gibson, and on the mound will be Howie Camnitz. Batting for the Athletics, their lineup, starting batting number 1, shortstop Jack Berry. Shuffled it around a little bit. Outfielders are down, infielders are up a little bit. Danny Murphy, right fielder, batting second. Eddie Collins, second baseman, batting third. Frank home run Baker, third bagger, batting cleanup. Stuffy McInnis at first is 5th in the order. Rube Oldring at center field is 6th. 7th in the order, Briss Lord, left fielder. Ira Thomas, catcher, will be batting 8th, and Cheif Bender, pitching for the Athletics this evening, will be batting 9th. Let's go ahead and get this game started. Too much ado about nothing. It's time to play some dead ball. Championship Series Game 2, and the game is on. Camnitz opening pitch to Jack Berry. 5-5 on Camnitz card. Homer is 1, and that's going to be a fly ball to right field. That is 1 out. Easy play over there for Owen Wilson. Brings up right fielder Danny Murphy facing Howie Camnitz. Camnitz with the pitch. 111 off Murphy's card. Hard grounder hit to third. That will be fielded cleanly by Bobby Byrne. Gets it over to Bill Abstein for out number 2. Eddie Cocky Collins, second baseman. Howie Camnitz, here is the pitch. 6-3 off Camnitz card. Fly ball to right field. That is going to be Wilson. He is a 1. Rolls a 9. And Wilson gets underneath it, smacks his mitt, makes the catch. That is out number 3. Athletics score nothing in the top of the first. So we'll go to the bottom of the inning. Pittsburgh Pirates due up at the bat. Bobby Byrne leading off, followed by Tommy Leach and Captain Fred Clark batting third in the inning. Cheif Bender on the hill for the Athletics. Gets a few warm-up tosses in with Ira Thomas. Bobby Byrne strides to the plate. Here comes the pitch from Bender. 6-8 on Bender's card. 1-6 is a single, and he loops one into left field. We'll say left field. Why not? Base hit for Bobby Byrne. He is on first. Tommy Leach comes to the plate. Ira Thomas is going to put the hold on Byrne, which will reduce his ability to steal. Byrne is going to hold station. Tommy Leach with the pitch from Bender, 3-5. And that is a hard shot to left. No! Baker gets his glove all over it. Saves the base hit. That is 1 away. Cheif Bender looks back over to first base to keep Byrne honest. Thomas still putting the hold on the base runner. Takes his safe range to a 1-12. Fred Clark, he is up at the plate. Here is the pitch. Come here. I'll stop it. 3-9 is the roll, and Clark ekes out a walk. His patience pays off. 1 out, 2 men on for the Pirates. Hannes Wagner comes to the plate. Cheif Bender looks over his shoulder at Byrne. Jack Berry comes in to feign and keep him close and then back out to his fielding station. Here is the pitch to Wagner. 2-9, fly ball to left field. Back goes Briss Lord. He gets underneath it. He makes the catch. That is 2 away. Runners do not advance. Owen Chief Wilson, Pittsburgh Pirates right fielder. 2 men on, first and second, Byrne and Clark. Cheif Bender with the pitch to the right fielder, 5-5. And that is a long fly ball to right field. Back goes Danny Murphy, close to the foul line, deep. He makes the catch. No runs scored for the Pirates. We are scoreless. We go to the top of the second. I'd like to take this time, for those of you who are watching this video later, if you're interested in this game, please visit the company who has produced it, strat-o-matic.com. You can see their webpage right there. They have made cards and dice for baseball, football, basketball, hockey, PC games for each sport, as well as for college football. Please check them out and support them with your dollars buying current games and in-print card sets at www.strat-o-matic.com. Here we go to the top of the second inning. Frank home run, Kendall stick maker Baker is at the plate. Thank you, Al Red Sox fan. Howie Camnitz, the Pirates ace, throws it in. Hard grounder hit to first. Stuffy McInnis gets it and trots over to first to force Miller. So that is 1 away. And Whiteout strikes in the second inning. That would have been Abstein making that play. Yay, Whiteout. Stuffy McInnis couldn't do it because he was in the on-deck circle. Pardon, I'm going to take a drink of water. Super Sport 22,000. Glad you can make it there, good sir. All righty. Pick up the action, 1 out, top of the second inning. First baseman Stuffy McInnis at the plate. Howie Camnitz with the pitch. 2-5 on McInnes's card. Fly ball to center field. Tommy Leach gets underneath it. He makes that play easily. That is 2 away here. Top of the second. Rube Oldring, center fielder. Hero of the game last night with a base clearing triple to give the Athletics the lead in that game. Base is empty. Howie Camnitz. Here is the offering to Oldring. 3-9 on Oldring's card, and he extends the inning with a base hit. So Rube Oldring is on first. 2 outs. Athletics don't want to run themselves out of this inning. Derek Dodgers Royal fan. Yes, you show up in whiteout appears, baby. That's right. Here we go. 2 outs. Top of the second. Rube Oldring on first base. Chris Lord at the plate. The pitch from Camnitz. 4-3 on Camnitz card. Ground ball to first. That's going to be Abstein. He is a 4. Rolls a 2. And that is a single. And Oldring is going to make it around to third. Briss Lord with the critical 2-out single here in the top of the second. Men at the corners. Athletics have some business. Howie Camnitz looks over to third to keep Oldring honest. Ira Thomas, catcher, at the plate for the Athletics. Here comes the pitch. 6-9. Fly ball to center field. Back goes Tommy Leach. Gets underneath it. Makes the catch. And as with the Pirates, 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Scoreless ball game. All righty. Here we go. On the hill, Cheif Bender takes a few warm-up pitches with Ira Thomas as catcher. Dots Miller will be leading off, second baseman for the Pirates, followed in order by Bill Abstein, first baseman, and catcher George Gibson. Bender is ready. He's got the ball. Looking in, getting his signs in from Ira Thomas. Facing Miller. Here comes the pitch, 5-9. And that is a hard grounder hit to second base, easily fielded by Eddie Collins. Gets it over to McInnes for out number 1. And the crowd is very pleased with that play. Bill Abstein, first baseman. Cheif Bender with the pitch. 2-3 on Abstein's card. Hard grounder hit to short. Jack Berry scoops it up. Frozen rope throw to first. McInnes. 2 outs. Very well played by the shortstop. Catcher George Gibson strides out to the plate, takes a couple warm-up hacks. Ira Thomas sends the signals out to his pitcher, Cheif Bender, with the offering 4-7, and he catches him swinging at the knee cheese. Out number 3. Scoreless after 2. Pitchers will be leading off for each team here in the third. Beats eternally. Glad you can make it, good sir. Dead Ball League Championship Series, Game 3. And now someone here to vote for the Pirates. I am impartial in this matter. Go Bucks. Here we go. Scoreless after 2. Top of the third. Leading off is going to be Cheif Bender, starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Athletics. Howie Camnitz on the hill for the Pirates. Gets a sign in from George Gibson. The pitch. 6-11 fly ball to left field. That's going to be Fred Clark at a 2 with a 3. Clark is back. He gets underneath it, and he drops the ball. Drops the ball. Bender turning for second. He makes it in. 2-base error charged to Clark. And here, top of the second, no outs. Man in scoring position in pitcher Cheif Bender. Howie Camnitz looks back to Bender. Bender not a threat to steal. Jack Berry is going to lay down the bunt, and he does so down in front of the first baseman, way in close. No chance at all for Byrne to get to Wagner covering. Gets it over to Abstein. Berry out on the fielder's choice on the bunt. Bender gets to third. That is 1 away. Philadelphia Athletics. And look at Danny Murphy's card. He's got some ground balls. They're going to call the infield in here in the third inning. Howie Camnitz looks over to third to keep Bender close to the bag. Danny Murphy waiting for the pitch, and here it comes. 5-6, ground ball, second base, X. And X's are doody-doody-do. Runner on third might hold. Let's find out. Second base, right 5-6. That will be Dots Miller. He is a 2. He rolls a 2. And that is going to be a single. Bender will score. That was not a fielder's choice. More whiteout, please. Five-3 sack. Single for Murphy, RBI single, and the Athletics are on the board 1-0 here in the top of the third. Howie Camnitz, man on first, 1 out, and that is an unearned run due to him reaching base on an error. Eddie Collins facing Howie Camnitz, man on first. Danny Murphy. He's going to be held by Gibson. Gibson takes his safe range to a 1-11. Collins waits for Camnitz's pitch. Here comes the delivery. 6-9 fly ball to center field. Back goes Tommy Leach. He gets underneath it. He makes the catch. Out number 2, and that's going to bring up Frank Home Run Baker. Home run candlestick maker Baker. Howie Camnitz looks over to first to keep Murphy on base. Gibson is going to place the hold on him. Here comes the windup. The pitch, 1-7. And it is a double to the gap. Murphy is going to make it to third. Baker with a stand-up double. 2 outs. And that is going to bring up Stuffy McInnis, the first baseman, a .321 batter. Howie Camnitz would really like to get out of this inning with only 1 run. 2 men in scoring position. McInnis waiting for the pitch. Camnitz looks over to third to hold Murphy close. Back into his catcher. Gibson sends out the sign. Here comes the pitch. 4-7, and that is going to be strikeout. Caught him high and tight. Swinging at junk. However, the damage is done. The Athletics are on the board. 1-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the third inning. And due up, leading off will be Howie Camnitz, the starting pitcher, followed by the top of the order, Bobby Byrne and Tommy Leach in due order. Cheif Bender on the hill for the Athletics, gets his warm-up pitches. And we drop the white die. I have backups right there. Alrighty, Bender is ready. Here is the pitch to Camnitz. 3-8 on Camnitz's card, and that is a strikeout number 2 for Cheif Bender. 1 away against the Pirates, Bobby Byrne, third baseman. Comes from the on-deck circle here at Forbes Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Cheif Bender, he is ready. Here is the pitch to third baseman Bobby Byrne. 4-8 ground ball to shortstop. Barry is a 2. Rolls a 5. Jack Barry scoops it up, gets it over to Stuffy McInnis. 2 away. We're going to go to the center fielder, Tommy Leach, second in the order, facing Cheif Bender. Bender gets a sign in from Ira Thomas. Here is the delivery. 3-8 hard grounder hit to third. Baker scoops it up over to McInnis. That is out number 3. Ball doesn't leave the infield. Pirates score nothing. We go to the top of the 4. The Athletics are up 1-0 with a 1-game lead so far in this series. Howie Camnitz would like that to change. He will be on the hill for the Pirates, and Rube Oldring is leading off the top of the 5th, followed by Briss Lord and Ira Thomas. Ruby. I'm torn. It's Rube Oldring. It's the Pirates, but it's Rube Oldring. Oldring sets into his stance. Howie Camnitz with the delivery. 2-8, and hard liner hit the third. Bobby Burns' glove is all over that one. Out number 1. Oldring trots back to the dugout. Briss Lord steps up to the plate, singled his last time up. Here comes Howie Camnitz with the pitch. 6-8, and it is ball 4 outside. Lord is on safely. 1 out, 1 on. Catcher Ira Thomas comes up to the plate. And Ira Thomas, the hit and run is on. 10, ground ball. Batter is safe. Lead runner is thrown out. Thrown out by the shortstop. 6-4. Failed hit and run. 2 outs. Ira Thomas is on first. Brings up Cheif Bender. Starting pitcher facing Howie Camnitz. And Camnitz looks over to first to keep Thomas close. Not a threat to steal. Back into home plate. Here is the pitch to Bender. 1-2. Grounder hit back to the box. Camnitz scoops it up, gets it over to Abstein. That is out number 3. No runs scored for the Athletics here in the top of the 4th inning. We go to the bottom of the bracket, and that's going to bring us to Fred Clark, 3rd in the order. Pirates skipper. He'll be followed by Honus Wagner and right fielder Owen Cheif Wilson. Cheif Bender on the hill. Fred Clark takes the pitch from Bender. 1-6. Pops it up behind first base. Duffy McInnes chases underneath it. Gets underneath. Makes the catch. Out number 1. Honus Wagner, the Flying Dutchman, facing Cheif Bender. Bender on the hill for the Athletics and going strong. He's given up 1 walk and 1 hit so far in the game today and struck out 2. Here is the pitch to Honus Wagner. 3-7, double or single. 2-base hit for the Flying Dutchman. And Wagner is on second base. 1 out. And now it is Cheif versus Cheif. Wilson versus Bender. Honus Wagner takes his lead. He's not going to try to steal third, I don't think. They're not going to put the hold on him. Bender with the pitch to Owen Wilson. 1-4. Hard grounder hit to first. Stuffy McInnes gets it. Forces Wilson at first. Wagner does not try to take third. That's going to bring us 2 outs. Man on second, Dots Miller, second baseman, comes to the plate. Alrighty, takes a few warm-up hacks. Bender peeks over his shoulder, keeping Wagner close to the bag as much as possible. Barry comes jolting in, faking the pickoff, goes back out to his fielding station. Here is the pitch from Bender. Dots Miller, 4-8, slaps a hard ground ball to Jack Barry. And it gets through for a single. Wagner on third, headed home, 119, scores. Pirates tie it up on an RBI single with Dots Miller. Score is 1-1, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. Bill Abstein, first baseman. He's got a man on first. Cheif Bender shrugs it off. It's all in consequence. Here is the pitch to Abstein. 2-7. Fly ball to left field. Back is Brisslord. He's close to the foul line. Running catch. Ends the inning. But the Pirates tie it up. I'm sorry, in the bottom of the 4th inning. I said the 5th earlier. I was mistaken. Please forgive the misspeak. We go to the top of the 5th. Due up the top of the order for the Athletics, Jack Barry, Danny Murphy, Eddie Collins, due up in order. On the hill, Howie Camnitz still going strong for the Pirates. We're going to pause for station identification and for the announcer to take a drink. That was a ground ball. Jerry, he did not advance. Wagner did not move to third. Runners not forced, they hold. Was it an A or it was, however it was, I don't remember exactly what it was. However, it was a runner's hold, if not force. So that's why Wagner stayed at second. Of consequence, because he scored anyhow on Miller's single. So we go to the top of the fifth inning, and no problem, just clarifying. Keep me straight, Jerry. Keep me straight. Top of the fifth, Jack Berry leading off against Howie Camnitz. Here comes the pitch. I forgot I have a dice tower. 3-7 and a 2-star single for Jack Berry. Well, we can't have that. We're going back to the dice tower. Danny Murphy, right fielder. Berry is on first. Gibson will put the hold on him. Get your hot dogs here. Get them while they're hot. Peanuts. Cracker Jacks. Danny Murphy, right fielder, takes the pitch from Howie Camnitz. 5-6. Ground ball hit to second base. Dots Miller is a 2 with a 1, and that's going to get through for a single. Berry will advance to second, and the Athletics have 2 men on first and second base, and no outs. Top of the fifth inning. Eddie Collins comes to the plate. If you put him there, you're getting Baker. If you put him there, you're getting 321 batting McInnes. There's nowhere to put these guys. You got to pitch to them. Eddie Collins, and he is going to sacrifice it with a bunt, and it works. Collins moves him around the bases. Down the first baseline, Abstein gets it to Miller covering. One out. Athletics have runners on second and third. You didn't expect Eddie Collins to bunt in that situation, but he sure did, and it was a masterful bunt down to first base line. Rolling along the chalk, would not go foul. JVD, Jonathan Vanderzeel, welcome to the game. Welcome to the chat. We are here in the top of the fifth inning. 1 out, game 2, 1-1 score, and the Athletics have men on second and third. Howie Camnitz on the hill, facing home run Baker. The Pirates are going to play infield in. Here is the pitch to Baker. 1-6, and that is a single. RBI single for Baker. Berry scores. Murphy is thrown out at the plate. However, a run does come across, and the Athletics have a 2-1 lead. Tommy Leach with a great throw. It was not cut off. It went to the plate. George Gibson got it, spun around, was able to get Murphy sliding in with a little hitch slide. 2 outs. We go to the fifth batter in the order. Stuffy McInnes, first baseman, facing Howie Camnitz. Camnitz has given up 2 so far in the game. Here is the pitch to McInnes. Camnitz would like to get out of the inning. 4-2, hard ground ball hit to second. That is Dots Miller. And Dots Miller scoops it up, gets it over to Bill Abstein. That ends the inning, but the Athletics are back on top by a score of 2-1. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning, and it is going to be a George Gibson catcher, 8th in the order, leading off with Howie Camnitz and Bobby Burns due up in order. Cheif Bender still on the hill for the Athletics. Athletics lead the series 1-0 with a win last night here at Forbes Field, looking to extend that as they head back to Cheif for tomorrow. George Gibson, catcher, facing Cheif Bender. Connie Mack looking on from the dugout. Here comes the pitch to the catcher. 3-8 single for George Gibson, leads off. He is on first base. Cheif Bender looks in. Howie Camnitz at the plate. Infield is in. They are going to have Camnitz bunt the ball, and he does so. Gibson advances to second. McInnes, not able to have a play at second, goes to first. So the sacrifice is pulled off, and now Gibson is on second base with 1 out. Back to the top of the order we go. Bobby Byrne, third baseman, facing Cheif Bender. Gibson is going to be staying at second. He will run on the hit. The pitch from Bender, 6 8. Single is 1-6, and it is a single. Gibson advances to third. Men at the corners, 1 out. Pirates have some business, looking to tie it up again. Tommy Leach, center fielder, facing Cheif Bender. 1 out. He's got a couple of ground balls in the middle of his 3 column. No, they're going to have a normal depth defense here. Double play depth. Cheif Bender looking in. Looks over to third to keep Gibson close. Glances over at Byrne. And here comes the pitch. 1-10. And Tommy Leach smacks this one to the gap. Gibson scores. Bobby Byrne rounding third. Byrne will score on the 2 RBI double. The Pirates take the lead. 3-2 is your score here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 out. Tommy Leach is on second base. That will bring us to Fred Clark. Left fielder, Cheif Bender, wants to get out of this inning quickly. Doesn't want to give up any more runs. Pittsburgh is very dangerous, and they can play some good defensive ball. Fred Clark, fly ball to center field. Rube Oldring is underneath it. He smacks the glove. He makes the catch, shallow enough that nobody is going to advance. So that is 2 outs, and up comes Honus Wagner, takes a few warm-up swings. Cheif Bender gets the signs in from his catcher, Ira Thomas. Quick glance over his shoulder at Tommy Leach to keep him honest. Here comes the pitch to Wagner. 3-3. Grounder hit to short. Jack Berry, easy play, gets it over to McInnes, and that's going to end the inning. Pirates plate 2 runs, and they take a 3-2 lead here in Game 2. We go to the top of the 6th inning, and Rube Oldring will be leading it off, 6th in the order for the Athletics. He will be followed by Briss Lord and Ira Thomas. Howie Camnitz still going strong on the hill for the Pirates. All righty, here we go. Rube Oldring, lead off batter, 4-6. Howie Camnitz's card. Hard liner hit too short. Honus Wagner's glove is all over that one. Saves the base hit, 1 away. Briss Lord is up to the plate. Camnitz looks in, gets a sign from George Gibson. Lord is ready for the pitch, and here it comes. 5-5. Long fly ball to right field. Back goes Wilson, gets underneath it, smacks his mitt, makes the catch. That is 2 away. Ira Thomas, catcher, facing Howie Camnitz. Camnitz sets and delivers. 1-3. Ground ball hit to second base. Dots Miller drops it, scoops it back up over to Abstein, and Thomas is out by a couple of steps. So the Athletics plate no runs, not even get a base hit. A base runner in the 6th inning. 1-2-3 they go. Camnitz retires the side. That will bring us to batter number 5 in the Pirates order. 5, 6, 7 due up. Wilson, Miller, and Abstein. Cheif Bender on the hill for the Athletics. Cool as a cucumber he is out there on the mound. Gets a sign from Ira Thomas. Here is the pitch to Wilson as we have a minor tremor there in the Allegheny Valley. 1-3, pops it up behind second base. Eddie Collins tracks underneath it, makes that catch easily. That is out number 1. Dots Miller, second baseman, now facing Cheif Bender. Here comes the pitch. The second baseman, Dots Miller, smacks it to center field. Rube Oldring gets underneath it. Running catch, makes the catch. Tosses it into Berry to bring it back into the infield, and that's going to be 2 outs. Bring us to Bill Abstein, first baseman. Cheif Bender. Here is the pitch to Abstein, 5-8, and he catches him swinging at the knee cheese. Out number 3. No runs scored in the 6th inning. We go to the top of the 7th. The Pirates are up 3-2. Cheif Bender is due up for the Philadelphia Athletics, and he will bat. There is no reason to take him out of this game as yet. These guys were marathon men. Howie Camnitz on the hill for the Pittsburgh Pirates, facing his nemesis. Bender at the plate, waits for the pitch, 5-8, and Bender swings high. The ball goes low, strike 3, 1 away. Jack Berry at the plate now. Shortstop will lead off, top of the order, facing Howie Camnitz. Camnitz gets the signal from Gibson. Here is the pitch, 6-11, fly ball to left field. Back goes Fred Clark. He's a 2 with a 2. Clark gets underneath it. Short glove this time, makes the play. That is out number 2 of the inning. Here in the top of the 7th, Athletics are down by 1. Howie Camnitz sporting a lead on the mound, looking in at right fielder Danny Murphy. Danny Murphy takes the pitch. That is a 3-6, and he goes down swinging. Strike 3. Athletics go down in order. Camnitz retires aside in the top of the 7th. So we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and it's time for the 7th inning stretch, everybody. Join and sing with me. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. All righty, here we go. Bottom of the 7th inning. Number 8, number 9, and number 1 due up. Gibson, Camnitz, and Bobby Byrne. Cheif Bender looks in, gets a sign from Ira Thomas. Here is the pitch to the Pirates catcher. 1-8, pops it up behind third base. Frank Baker is right there, makes that play easily. That is out number 1. Howie Camnitz comes to the plate. He will bat. Facing Cheif Bender. Here we go. The pitch. 5-6, hard grounder hit to second base. That's going to be Eddie Collins. Eddie Collins scoops it up, gets it over to Stuffy McInnis, and that is out number 2. And Bobby Byrne, third baseman, top of the order for the Pirates, facing Cheif Bender. Bender gets the sign from Thomas, shakes it off, likes the second one. Here is the pitch to Byrne. 6-4, fly ball to right field. Danny Murphy is underneath it. He gets there. He makes the catch. Pirates are set down in order. No score. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Pirates are up with a 3-2 lead. And that's going to bring us to the heart of the Athletics order. Ever troublesome for the Pirates. Eddie Collins, second baseman. Frank Home Run Baker and Stuffy McInnis. All 3 bags are due up in this inning. Eddie Collins is going to lead off. Here is the pitch from Howie Camnitz. 4-12. Catcher's card. Gibson's a 1 with a 6. And it is a dribbler down the first base line. Gibson catches up to it, side steps to the right, gives it to Abstein, a step ahead of Collins, and that's going to be out number 1. Fielded the dribbler very well and a great sidearm throw to get around Collins. Abstein with a fantastic play on the plate. On the bag, Frank Home Run Candlestick Maker Baker is facing Howie Camnitz. Here we go. Camnitz with the 1-out pitch. 4-5. Pops it up behind first base. Bill Abstein gets underneath it. He calls off. Dots Miller makes the catch for out number 2 here in the top of the 8th. And Stuffy McInnis, first baseman, comes out to the plate. Camnitz gets the sign in from Gibson. The windup, the kick, the pitch. 3-8, and that is a single by the first baseman to extend the inning. Camnitz had retired 9 in a row. McInnis with a 2-out single, and Rube Oldring comes to the plate. Everybody's favorite, your man and mine, Ruby. The pitch from Howie Camnitz, 3-6, 2-star single, gets McInnis around to third. Oldring extends the inning, men at the corners. Athletics have some 2-out business here in the top of the 8th inning. They need to get a run across to keep this game going. Briss Lord strides out to the plate. Camnitz Looks over to third to keep McInnes honest. Camnitz with the pitch to the left fielder. 6-12 grounder hit to first. Duffy McInnes all over it, right by the bag. Trots over, forces Lord. That is 3 away. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and the heart of the Pirates order is up. They would like some insurance runs here. Cheif Bender still on the hill facing Tommy Leach, Fred Clark, Hannes Wagner due up this inning. Yep. And here we go. Cheif Bender gets the ball back from Thomas, looks in, gets a sign. Tommy Leach sets into his stance. Here is the pitch. 5-6. Grounder hit to second base, fielded by Eddie Collins. And Collins draws McInnes off the bag. Throwing error by Eddie Collins. E4. Leach is on base. None out. Fred Clark, the manager, left fielder, facing Cheif Bender. Thomas is going to put the hold on Leach to hold him close to the bag. Bender, here comes the pitch. 3-6. Grounder hit hard to short, and they're going to double up on Leach. Barry gets it to Collins, gets it over to McInnes, and that is out number 2. 6-4-3 double play. First double play of the evening, as I recall. That would be correct. Hannes Wagner, shortstop, facing Cheif Bender. Here we go. The pitch from Bender, 5-5. And it is a long fly ball. Back goes Danny Murphy, close to the wall, crashes into the wall, comes away with the ball, made the catch. 3-2. We go to the top of the 9th inning, and it is do or die for the Mac men. Do or die for the White Elephants. The Philadelphia Athletics need to do it now, and they're at the bottom of the order. Let's see exactly what Connie Mack might have up his sleeve. Jack Lapp is going to pinch hit for Ira Thomas. And if it comes to it, stay in the game. So let us make that change before we proceed. Lapp. Pinch hit. Catcher. 3-10-C. Lapp. The pinch hitting catcher comes in. He's staring down Camnitz. Camnitz with the windup. Here is the pitch. 1-7 hard ground ball hit to first. Bill Abstein. He gets it. Trots over and unassisted force of Lapp at first for out number 1. And Cheif Bender is going to be pinch hit for as well. Who are they going to bring in to pinch hit for Bender? I believe they are going to call on utility outfielder Amos Strunk, often used as a pinch runner. If he gets on, it will be very handy to have him on the bases. Pinch hit. 15A, Howie Camnitz. Staring in, gets the signs from George Gibson. Looks Strunk in the eye. Strunk not backing down, staring Camnitz right back. Here comes the windup, the kick, the pitch. 6-4, fly ball to right field. Back goes Owen Cheif Wilson, gets underneath it, settles in, makes the catch. That is 2 away here in the top of the 9th. Do or die for the Athletics. Jack Barry strides out to the plate, takes a couple of warm-up swings, steps out of the box, smacks the bat on his cleats a couple of times, steps back in, raises his shirt sleeve facing the pitcher, takes a couple of wind-up swings. Howie Camnitz looking into Gibson, adjusts his cap, gets the signs from Gibson. He nods. Here comes the windup, the kick, the pitch. 2-4 hard grounder hit to Hannes Wagner. Wagner scoops it up over to Bill Abstein, out number 3, and the Pirates take game number 2. The Pittsburgh Pirates win at Forbes Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania by the final score of 3-2. So let us go ahead and do some statistics here. 3-2, 1 error for each team. And the crowd was cheering the whole time. Da-de-da-de-da. Athletics had quite a few at-bats. Pirates got a lot done on not a lot of at-bats. Cheif Bender pitched one heck of a game. He really did. Complete game loss, complete game win, 9 innings for Camnitz. Probably going to get it because the pitchers get it in dead ball. Voting for the player of the game, everybody, but let's do some stats. Jack Berry is 1 of 4 runs scored, sacrifice hit. Danny Murphy is 2 of 4, run batted in and a strikeout. 0 for 3, Eddie Collins with a sacrifice hit, which helped to get a run, so it was productive. It counted. Home run Baker, 2 of 4, run batted in and a double. Stuffy McInnes, 1 of 4 with a strikeout. Rube Oldring, 2 of 4. 1 of 3, Briss Lord with a walk. Ira Thomas, 0 for 3. And Jack Lapp pinch hitting 0 for 1. Cheif Bender 0 for 3 with a run scored, reaching second on the error by Fred Clark in the top of the 3rd, and struck out. Amos Strunk 0 for 1. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits for the Athletics, which means Howie Camnitz gave up 9, 2 runs. Only 1 was earned. He walked 1 and struck out 3. And Camnitz looks good for the game MVP right there. No one really stood out at the bat, as you're going to see for Pittsburgh. Bobby Byrne, probably the best. 2 of 4 runs scored. Tommy Leach with the 2 RBI double to get the lead. 1 of 4. 2 runs batted in and a double, his only productive at bat. Fred Clark 0 for 3 with a walk. Hannes Wagner 1 of 4, runs scored and a double. 0 for 3, Owen Wilson. 1 of 3, Dots Miller with an RBI single. 0 for 3, Bill Abstein, first baseman, struck out 1 time. 1 for 3, George Gibson, catcher, scored a run, struck out once. And Howie Camnitz 0 for 2 with a sacrifice hit and a strikeout. So that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits yielded by Cheif Bender in the complete game loss. Gave up 3 runs. All of them were earned. He walked 1, struck out 3. And it looks like Howie Camnitz is going to get it. Yes. And again, as I've said, how this series is going to be, is the Pirates pitching going to be able to outlast the Athletics batting? In game 1, the Athletics swelled up in the top of the 8th, and they were to overwhelm Babe Adams. This time, Camnitz was able to thread the needle on the Athletics cards and let the Athletics camp on his. So a fantastic game pitched by both pitchers, played by both teams, but this one, the Pittsburgh Pirates, they come out on top by a score of 3-2. And I want to thank everybody who came into the chat. Al, Red Sox fan, check out his channel, fantastic channel. Al, Red Sox fan, he's got a lot of PC sports simulations going on recently. He's hitting some strat-o-matic, PC baseball. He's got some other baseballs going. He totally has the best fantasy boxing I've ever seen. Al gets into calling something. Man, it is a gem to watch. It really is. Check him out. Beatles eternally from across the pond. Good to have you, brother. Can hardly wait till you get back over here. Derek Dodgers Royals fan. Jerry Ball. Kenny Castro. Boys, glad you were able to make it. I know JVD was in here. Jonathan Vanderzeel, thank you very much for coming in, my friend. Glad to have you. Super Sport 22,000 was in the chat. Perhaps still is. Hi, how you doing? That pretty much is going to cover everybody that was in here, I believe. Heading to Cheif Park for Game 3, Game 4, and Game 5. The series is tied at 1. On the wings of pitching performance by Howie Camnitz, complete game win. 9 innings, went the distance, giving up 9 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned, struck out 3. And with the help at the plate of center fielder Tommy Leach, his 1 hit was a very timely 2 RBI double, which gave the Pirates the lead in the bottom of the 5th inning. So we are headed to Cheif Park in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, on the other side of the state for games 3, 4, and 5. And the Pirates are either hoping to end it there or at least bring it back to Forbes so they really stand a chance with the home field crowd. Guys, I had fun. Thank you very much for coming and sharing this game with me. I do not know if I'm going to get Game 3 tomorrow night or not. I do not know because a friend is in from out of town. So that may put a hitch in things, but we will do what we can. If the game is on tomorrow, it probably won't be until later, 9:30, quarter of 10, which may have me put it off an extra night. But we shall see. Guys, thank you very much. Beats, everybody, you're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed the game. I enjoyed playing it. Man, it's been so fun. It really has. So, again, this is Chris, strat-o-matic, Delaware. Guys, have a wonderful evening, and take care of yourselves, and catch up with me for Game 3. Keep on rolling.